Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of the RPA show. I'm your host, Rob Howes, my co-host, Wilton Rogers, the automation guy. Automation guy, give me a sound check, man. How do I sound? I want to make sure we sound good.
You sound good, but you're like delayed for some reason. Your side is delayed big time.
I'm delayed, huh? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So now that I'm talking, you're talking over me, and then when I stop, it's like it's jumpy. So I don't know where that came from, but yeah, there's a delay in your voice.
That's all right. We'll go through the delays and around the delays. With no delay, we're gonna have some great stuff for you guys today. Tune in. A message for all business owners and entrepreneurs is so important that you educate so you can automate.
Educate before you automate. Yeah.
Educate so you can automate. You must
Educate before you automate.
Yeah. Educate so you can automate.
Educate before you automate.
Educate so you can automate.
Educate before you automate.
Let's go.
Educate before you automate. Educate before you automate. You must, you can, you will.
Yeah.
Before you
automate.
before you automate.
Everybody around the world, thank you for tuning in, watching this show with us. We got some great nuggets, some fantastic nuggets. As you can see, we have some wonderful technical tornadoes swimming through here. Hey, listen, 'tis the season to be jolly. We're gonna stay jolly, man. Can you still hear me, man?
So I can say, oh, you're clear. Your audio is clear. But it's like you're talking, but your mouth's not moving. And then when I'm talking, your mouth moves, right? So
Yeah.
but
So how
but
about
we're
now? Can you still hear me with out of the screen?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I can
Okay,
hear you.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
But don't just keep me on the screen. That's gonna be ugly sight for everybody to be seeing me for the next 30 minutes.
It's the Wilton Rogers show, ladies and gentlemen. The real Mr. Rogers in town, folks.
That's awesome.
How you
That's
feel,
awesome.
man?
I'm good, man. Just getting this new year started, and it's been a heck of a run, 2022. But it's just we're starting off, man, and we're starting off, going hard right now. So we've been pretty busy. It's been tiring, to be honest with you, but it's been good. We've been blessed.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. This is a good year. This is a really good year. This is the year of automation. This is the year of automation, ladies and gentlemen. This is not just a cliche. This is the year, meaning this is the most impactful, imperative, important time for you to learn about automation, business automation, and in particularly RPA. Am I telling the truth or what?
Oh, you're telling the truth. I think that a lot of people right now, for some reason, see now you're on the screen, and you're talking, but I'm talking. There we go.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but anyway,
I was gonna give Restream a shot because they got this wonderful feature where they allow you to share on other people's profiles. So any of your guests can share it on their profiles. I was like, wow, that's fantastic. But what the heck great is that feature if you can't even use any of it?
yeah, we better figure out what happened here.
I'm gonna do some more testing. Maybe going back to our
Other one.
StreamYard.
We did some testing and it worked okay. And then once we get ready to go live. But anyway, let's besides the point. Get it back
good,
to your.
Hey, this is all about. It's all about trial and error. It's all about testing and proving.
That's all that RPA has been, right? Mm-hmm. And I think the last few years have been trial and error. Very few errors now because we've gone through plenty of them, right? And I think, we have a lot of businesses now that are really focusing on automation. It's very, very important for businesses to really understand the importance of RPA specifically. Because once they understand they understand RPA, intelligent automation just kicks in, and they have more time to sort of free their mind up to do stuff like that. But this has been the time lately that businesses have been focusing their time, their attention, and their investment in RPA. And it's making a huge difference, especially connected with the right partner. It happens right away. So this is the year. If people ignore RPA, they're delaying opportunities for them to grow faster. That's it. And to eliminate tasks that don't have to be done manually anymore. It's a blessing for everybody involved. So, that's what people have to really understand about RPA. So if you don't have RPA, you should at least be educated on what it can do for your company.
Right. Educated, because that little promo we played in the beginning, education you can automate, is not just a cool jingle, but getting educated will put you in a position to where you're going to be able to create a better experience for yourself as an employee, a better experience for your team, a better experience for your customers. When you implement automation the right way, you just do everything better. When you do it the right way, right?
Yep.
And we're learning that it doesn't take that long either. You spend about 30 minutes. That's about how long it takes to identify where some of those repetitive redundancies are. And then by identifying those, now we know where the automation can take place. And then once you start to automate things that you do on a regular basis, once that stuff gets taken off your plate, guess what happens? That time and energy and effort can now be reallocated to more valuable, important things. Not everything in the business is important, but not everything in the business is important for humans to do. Okay.
Yeah.
And
That's very important.
Yeah.
One thing that people have to understand is that RPA is just a conversation. It's a conversation, and you don't want to go on there trying to sell something and trying to identify a process for someone. When you have a conversation with someone and you see what they do, you being an RPA expert, you should, in that conversation, identify something that can be automated. Not to sell them on that, but to give them an idea of what RPA is, right? And I was talking to a client literally earlier today for the first time. Had no idea what automation is, but they said, I just know that we need to look into it. I have no idea what it is. Can you tell me more about it? And I said, I sure can. I said, give me a little bit of idea of what you do. Give me something that you do every single, on a regular basis. Not your clients, not your employees, something that you do. Because when you're talking to somebody, you want to be able to relate to them, right? And he told me, because I do a lot of data extractions. I get contracts in. We'll get those contracts in. I got to put them in. He started walking me through the process, and I just basically just told him exactly how much that can be automated. And I said, how much time do you spend on that? He goes, I spend about at least 2 hours a day. I said, about 90% of that can be automated. The only one that can't be automated is scanning those contracts in. And I think it was 2 triggers. It was a trigger to make sure everything was right. If everything's right, then we're good. So that was it. So with that conversation, he was able to right away understand it, right? And at that point, he's like, I love that. He goes, you know what? I know exactly what we need to do. He went right into inventory management. His inventory processes. It's a cluster, he says. And we spent hours and hours, make a lot of mistakes. We ordered, that's a huge bottleneck for us. So that's where we're starting. That's where we're mapping out. And it was a 30-minute conversation. All we did was have a conversation. Walked us through sort of gave me an idea what the process was, told him what we could do on that one. He's getting his team together so they can walk us through the process next week. And we're going to be off and running. That's all it took. And that's all it took, right? And the great thing about it, it doesn't change up your current schedule. It's just all it is, like adding a meeting. You add a meeting to learn about RPA. Add 30 minutes here. Design meeting. Maybe add an hour there for the design to map it out, and then a bunch of emails back and forth to gather the information. Right. Anything that we need, we just go back and forth on emails because we have the gist of what we need to do. And at that point, after we're done, ready to go, we do all the testing on our end. Then we show them what it looks like. They like it, we deploy it. It's really that easy. And all of a sudden, they're going to be doing inventory one day, and the next day, all you got to do is say you don't have to do the inventory anymore because we've already done it, automated, built it, tested it, and deployed it. So one day they're not doing no inventory.
Talking about right now. Well, what the automation guys is talking about right now is your wonderful digital employees, ladies and gentlemen. Digital employees that will do the repetitive work for you, work 24/7, 365, do everything you needed to do that's repetitive while you focus on something more important or more value. And mapping this out, what people are finding out is that it's saving them so much time. And it's not taking much time to set up. It's not taking much time to have that discovery call, that design call. And the amount of time that you put in is a fraction of what you get back.
Right.
Literally, what is it? What is the average? Oh, by the way, say hi to some folks. Hey, Lisa Brown, Happy New Year to you. And I see. I hope you're having a great year so far. Diane, good seeing you. Good seeing you. Matter of fact, let us know where you are. Where are you chiming in from? Where on the planet Earth are you? What country, state, city? And we're on YouTube right now. YouTube. In LinkedIn, a couple, and Facebook. So yeah, we're spreading around over here.
Okay. Yeah, we are.
So we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen, the RPA show. What we talk about is everything technology and everything business technology and everything business development. All of it. We want to make sure you understand how to use what's new, how to use it, and how to get the best out of it. And what we primarily focus on is RPA, robotic process automation, which is business automation. And what that does is it takes away all the repetitive, mundane work, all repetitive actions. Every time you touch a keyboard with the same activity, you do it every day, you do it every week, you do it every month, don't do it again. We'll say it again. If you do it every day, you do it every week, you do it every month, don't do it again. Okay? This is what a digital employee will do for you. And the thing about it is, people need to think about this as an educational opportunity. No matter what you do, what industry you're in, you should always be learning. ABL, always be learning. Okay, no matter what industry you're in. Okay, doesn't matter. So take this as a learning opportunity, 30-minute learning opportunity. Learn what's possible. Hey, who knows? You just might strike gold. And everyone we talk to, man, has. Everyone we talk to and work with has literally struck gold. Gold means they've gotten tens or hundreds or thousands of hours or dollars back. Those numbers are the numbers we're talking about here, okay? It's real stats here, man. It's pretty incredible.
It's instantly.
Pretty incredible. And so, hey, what's up, Sid? Some San Francisco Bay over in the house. Oh, and Diane's from Philly. Philadelphia area. Are the cheesesteaks really the best in Philly? Are they really the best there? I wonder. What do you know about that, man? You know anything about those?
I know they talk about them a lot. It is. And I've had some back in the day, and yeah, they're pretty darn good. I'm not gonna lie. I can't say if they're the best, but when I was there, when I was biting on it, when I was in Philly, it sure was good. It sure was the best day.
Got John in the house. Hey, how you doing, John? Happy New Year to you, my friend.
Yeah, what's up, John? Says.
So we're talking everything automation. We're talking 2023 is the year of automation, ladies and gentlemen. It's the year you get educated. Okay,
and it's getting automated, and I want to share a really good. Oh, there it is. Pretzels, yeah, it's very true. That's very true. Most businesses right now, currently, do a minimum. I mean, have a minimum of 30% of what they can do or what they're doing currently can be automated. A minimum of 30%. And this is industries that don't have a lot of, inventory or a lot of paperwork, a lot of data, right? Minimum is 30. Okay. Now, with that, just think if you were to automate that 30%. Just think what you could do if you automated 30% of your company. What the heck would that do for you? If you could just take away what you're currently doing, if you could automate 30% of what you're doing now, what would you do with that third of that time? What could you do?
Yep.
When you look at it like that, you can see that there's a lot more value into automating than keeping these little tasks around for a long time. And, we're talking to a grocery store right now. And we're doing a process for them. And when they first started, they were like, okay, well, we have 5 employees that are doing this pretty much full time, and we don't want to, take this job away from them if we can't. So if it doesn't balance out in price wise, it's not worth it. Long story short, cost wise, a lot less. But when you say the most important thing, I said, what about efficiency? How efficient are they? How many mistakes do they make a day? They said, oh, they make mistakes all day long. You eliminate those mistakes completely. So the thing about it is that you speed it up tenfold and you eliminate errors, human errors. So all those little mistakes they make on a daily basis are gone. All those delays that have to happen because of those mistakes, gone. So everything's actually benefits when you implement RPA. But most importantly, it benefits the employee. We've been getting great feedback, great testimonies from clients that are employees that say, taking this away from me just freed my mind up, freed me up completely from not even stressing or thinking about that anymore. And you really don't realize it until it's off your plate. Like, wow, how much time to take away mentally and physically. So that's the important thing about RPA. It's not only about the automation part. It's about the value that you get, the benefits that benefit the human themselves. And that's the most important thing.
Benefit the human. The bots are here to help us. That this has been the case. Sometimes it can get misconstrued and it can seem as if, technology and robots are here to take our jobs. They're just here to take away the jobs that we don't need to be doing, folks.
That's it.
That's all it is.
And give you the opportunity to be creative, and to have and to use that creativity for bigger purpose.
Absolutely.
Right. So that's the great thing about it. When you look at it, like, who wants to push paper all day? Who wants to punch in data all day? Right. A bot. That's it. Because even that person needs to take a break. Even that person needs to go on vacation. Even that person is going to retire. Something's going to happen. With a bot, it's consistent 24/7, 365. Right. So making sure that you get all those areas taken care of right away. It's amazing how refreshing it is to be able to move forward on and really build and focus on the company.
Yep. And Diane says, it seems that it also improves company culture, correct? It absolutely does.
Oh my gosh. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm going to interrupt you, but I'm glad you brought that up because we see retention, right? We're seeing people want to stay with that job a lot longer now because now you're actually having conversations with employees, you're having relationships with them, you're talking to them, you're game planning with them, you're being involved with them. The culture has totally changed. It's totally changed. And the new generation has already adapted to that. It's more of us that are, I won't say millennials, yeah, them definitely, but baby boomers, between those are the ones that are having a hard time adjusting. Right? I won't say a hard time, just takes us a while because we've been trained different ways. But My goodness, it's really open opportunity to just do what you want to do and take those things away completely. It's amazing, man. We're having fun. I wish we would be able to do it get in front of more people to talk about it more, just so they can see it. Because the ones that we do talk about it, when they actually talk about it, whether they move on or not, they already know it.
Yeah.
We have clients that we talked to 6 months ago that are coming on board now. We have clients that talked to about a year ago that are finally like, oh yeah, I'm on board now.
Yeah.
Because they weren't ready for it, or they weren't even focused on it because they were too locked in on other things. But once they gave us that little cushion to be able to see what we can do, what RPA can do, that's what opened the opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I'm ready.
Yep. We've had plenty of situations where someone would say, I don't have time. And we say, this is what's going to give you more time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we want to give, see, you don't have time. This is why you need RPA. Okay. Because you don't have time. It's just the way you look at it. If you look at it the right way, you'll get the right answer. You know, John Maxwell says, what? Ask the right questions, you get the right answers. Try to ask the right questions. Get around the right information, right?
Yeah.
Thanks, Dimitri. Put that in there. You got the it's one of the key things that help you get closer to understanding of this automation game, this RPA game, is the RPA playbook, ladies and gentlemen. That's your X's and O's to automation, written here by our very own automation guy. I'm not sure if he or his robot version wrote this, but he nevertheless, Wilton Rogers wrote this book, and part 2 is coming out soon. But before you get part 2, get part 1. It's in the comments. Click the link, download it, absorb it, and get some questions and bring them forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for sharing that, Dimitri. You know, yeah, I'm glad you brought that up where you say, you know, you don't have the time, right? It's important. You know, we hear that quite often. And just off the cuff, I don't remember exactly how I said it, but I was talking to a gentleman. This is probably mid-December, and I just don't have the time to be doing this. And I said, listen, you give me 30 minutes right now, you give me about an hour next week, and maybe 5 or 6 emails, you have all the time in the world to do whatever you want to. So I'll automate your process for you. And he goes, well, and that's what was like, what do you mean? So I'm not looking to take your time. All I need is 30 minutes now, maybe an hour later next week. And then after that, it's just going to be a bunch of emails, and then we'll automate your process. He goes, what do you mean? And that's what opened up a conversation, right? So for us, everybody has time. It's whether you want to make the time or not. And that's why we sort of, because we've been in it so much, we know people are going to say, we don't have time, we don't have the time. Well, give us 30 minutes. You have 30 minutes. So we can at least educate you and show you what it's capable of doing. That's it, right? And when you build that, and when you do that, we're good to go. You were good to go. So, you know, I think it's really important to sort of have that 30-minute spot so you can at least have a better understanding, because it'll take you from here to here in understanding the capabilities instantly. And that's the important thing. Not buy, understand. Understand first.
Right.
Don't go through everything. Understand first. Once you understand it, you'll see the value.
Yes, you will see the value. I love it, man. I love it. Here we go with this again. And so, you know, it's taking a step. You know, it's taking a step. What's a great way?
Where you go? Where are you going?
It's
we're losing you. We're losing you. Where are you going?
It's doing its thing again, where it's like to create its own. Yeah, so I'm like talking through it like I don't see it. You know, you can still hear me, right?
You every time you go away, the audio goes away now. So let me see. Can you hear something?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, good. All right, we're good. Keep rolling, man. That's good, man. This is good. I love it, man. So, you know, we got a lot of good things we're talking about, folks. Number one is this. Okay, if you get anything from our content, we want to educate you so you can automate. Educate so you can automate. You always hear us talk about that. What that really means is that just start to investigate a little bit. Start to spend some time of understanding what is actually going on around here. Okay. Find out what is going on with regards to automation, business technology, RPA in particular, because somebody in your industry is winning. I mean, it's somebody's winning big, and it's almost hard to fathom until you start investigating, until you start asking those questions, and then you start to say, "Wow, that can be done. That can be done. That can be automated." That next thing you know, you're sitting back 3 hours a day you used to spend, or 3, 4, 5, 6 hours, 10 hours a week you used to spend doing monotonous things. Now you're kicking back, laid back, you know.
And let's just say, for example, just right there, let's say it's 10 hours a week, right? And let's say you get paid, I don't know, $25 an hour, right? At the end of the month, that's about $1,000 worth of work that you've done. Is my math right? 10 hours, 250, yeah. So 1,000, right? Let's just say, for example, that all that could be automated and you pay like $200, right? And the minute automated, that process is taken away from you. 10 hours a week was taken away from you. But let's say about $200 a month. What will that do, right? That's the way you have to sort of think about it. Like, is the value there? Is my time and its value? You know, is it there? If I could take that away and I could pay $200 for $1,000 a month, you know, manual process that I or someone else does physically, is it worth it? I would say 10 times out of 10, once you see it happen, you'll say yes. Right? We haven't had anybody say no yet. We'd like to get in front of more people so we can actually see the advantages that can happen. But that's the way to look at it. Yep. And that's the way, you know, the return is instant. That's what I'm saying. Financially, they're going to see an instant ROI, right? But everything else, the minute they're not doing it anymore, they almost feel like, okay, what do I do? Or, you know, what if it doesn't work? Or, you know, all these thoughts go through their head, but then all of a sudden, a week later, they're like, I'm done. I don't even want to see that again. You know? So that's the way to look at it. 10 hours a week, $1,000 worth of manual work a month. You pay $200 for it. It's a huge return. And it's more efficient and a lot faster.
Doesn't call off sick.
Nope.
Doesn't go on TikTok.
Nope. Doesn't go on TikTok. And the great thing about it is that it can handle more volume.
It can handle more volume. And you know what? It can handle more volume. And just think about it. The human that had to handle that volume, that accumulation is on that human. So not only can it handle more volume, but it takes that stress away from another person. And I don't think people know how big that is. This goes as big as impacting like relationships, folks. Okay. But when you come home stressed out from work, you're not a very kind person. Okay. And your tone and your delivery may not be up to par because of your stress levels. It's true. So, and this is why the retention is up, meaning people are staying with their jobs and they're happier at their jobs. So they're coming home happier. It's really a great thing. It's really a great thing. We're here. Oh, by the way, if you want to find a quick way to understand how automation can help you, fill out this questionnaire. It'll take less than 5 minutes. We'll set up a quick call. Basically, when we get on the call, we'll come to the call based off of what you information you filled out. We'll come to the call with a nice automation design for you, showing you exactly where your automation is going to take place and where all your time can be saved. It'll take you minutes, right? There's a link there. Look in the comments. You'll see it there. It says Simply Automate Discovery Questionnaire. I encourage everyone just to fill it out and see what's possible. What if you stuck your shovel into the ground and hit something hard? And then you opened up that chest. You know, that's kind of what it's like. You're digging. You're digging. Okay? But in order to strike gold, you got to dig. Wilton, find final words, man. Any final words?
You know, the only final word that, for me is like, I'm speaking to the entrepreneur, the business owner. Whatever you do, wherever you go, it's important to be involved or understand automation before you understand technology. What I mean by that is that you can understand all the software programs in the world, but if you don't have a system to automate all that, you're going to be learning and switching and doing everything else. We had a client that was going to really switch softwares and paid like $30,000 for new software because the other one couldn't do certain things. I was like, it can. All you got to do is automate it. That's what we're going to do with the new software. I said, no. And walk through the process. We just saved them, well, they're paying us, but they saved them that $30,000, and they're paying a lot less for their services, right? And they're happy. So understanding technology is important, but automating everything that you currently have now is extremely important. So I would say find someone that that's in the RPA space, sit down with them, get an idea of what that looks like, and see how it can value your company, because then that's when you can start focusing on technology that can change the scope and the direction of your company, because now everything's automated.
Well said. Well said. Educate so you can automate. Spend some time. Make this a priority just to investigate. Promise you it will be the best thing you ever did. We're living in a time now where it used to be a luxury to use technology. It is no longer a luxury. It is now imperative. And if you want to stay in business, you want to be in business, you're going to have to understand this. And by next year this time, I don't want to make this dark. Just take action now. Okay.
Yeah. And I do have to add one thing. And this is very, very important. And the smaller the business, the more important it is.
Yes.
You don't know everything. You don't know everything when it comes down to what you need for your company when it comes to technology and automation. You may know everything you need to grow your company and to make it to take it to the direction you want to take it. But having the right pieces is important, and having the right people to help you put those pieces in place are extremely important, especially now. So finding those people that can at least have that conversation to open your mind up to opportunity is extremely important right now. So definitely reach out to us. We're not a hard selling. We're not going to sit down there and sell you and call you every day and tell you where you're at and all this. We will follow up, but it's going to be really soft, and we get the hint when we get the hint, and we don't bug. So, definitely connect with us so we can help educate you a little bit further, depending on where you're at, because some are just starting, some already have experience, some are up there and been around for a while, but there's always room to learn no matter where you are. Yep. We do this every single day for the last 5-6 years. So we're deep in it, and so we understand it, and we can shrink the learning curves by years, if not decades.
Love it. There you have it, folks. There's your insight. Go ahead and swing by the page. We have links to help you get you educated. We got playbooks, everything you need to sharpen your game. Until next time, remember, education you can automate, because you never know. You never know. You don't know what you don't know. Business burnout can be so overwhelming. So many things to do and not enough time to do them. Deadlines to meet with time ticking away quickly. Multiple repetitive tasks that must be completed every single day. What if you could cut that list in half? What if you could automate 50, 60, 70% of what you do every day? You would have less stress. You could get more done in less time, and your company would make more money. Less stress and more money? See how RPA can change your day.